I wanna be the very best, but no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I want to come at you today, a little bit of Pokemon song, but a OMI Veve update video. The comparisons between, again, the Veve app and the OMI coin, and why it doesn't make sense right now. Everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. I had a bachelor party last night, so I'm very, very tired, a little hungover. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, what am I making of this, and why did I continuously buy throughout the week? After the transaction clears today, I will have purchased over 3 million OMI coins in total. Like I said, 3 million OMI coins. I want over 10 million. I am not stopping. I don't care if the price drops to 0.004 or if it goes up to 0.009. It does not matter to me. Only thing that matters to me is that I get as much as possible. Why? Well, just look at the chart. Look at, I don't even want to say 30-day moving average because it hasn't been out that long. But if we take a look at the statistics of how many Veve users there were, the Veve users were about 15,000 on March 3rd. On March 3rd, you had 15,000 users, right? And then at that time, the price of the OMI coin was 0.00249 or 0.0025 if you want to round it up, which is 1/4 of 1 penny. In that time, from March 3rd to April 23rd, about a month and a half, maybe a little more, the users increased 16.666 repeating times. It went from 15,000 users to 250,000 users. Now, also in that time, you would expect to see the OMI price increase at a commensurate rate, but it hasn't. It's gone from 0.00249 or 1/4 of 1 penny if we round, and it's not even tripled. If it had tripled, it would be 0.00747 or 0.0075. You round up. It would be 3/4 of 1 penny. But again, it's not. It's less than that. On April 23rd, it was 0.0067, and now it's even lower than that. So up until April 23rd, the Veve users went like this. The OMI coin went like this. And since then, again, it's only been like another, 5 or 6 days, Veve users continue to rise. More coins are being burned at a large rate. And the OMI coin has actually gone down. So the fundamentals do not make sense at all. This is something where I see a huge, huge correction coming in this. Now, again, this is partially because we can tell why Bitcoin did that dip, because President Joe Biden said he wants to do this, this, and this, X, Y, and Z, raise capital gains taxes, and people not knowing that what he wants is not going to pass, because even Democrats in large income states like California, Connecticut, New York, like Schumer, they're just not going to vote for that in the Senate. Even though Dems control the Senate, they just won't do that. So you had this knee-jerk reaction of Bitcoin going down, everyone else going down with it, including OMI, the OMI token, the OMI coin, which, again, the users are going like this. And not only that, after that, they had said, okay, yeah, we've got Hello Kitty, the second highest grossing media franchise of all time. Obviously, we know they have Alfred Kahn. They're probably going to have the first highest grossing media franchise of all time, which is Pokemon. Not confirmed yet, but we're all kind of thinking that. Evidence clearly points that way. And outside of that, you have this is trending kind of in a sideways thing. It's a disruptive company that is disrupting the collectibles. They just for me, my Pokemon cards that are not only stored in a bank, I have to go there right now, has to be temperature controlled. It can't get sunlight. These collectibles, you could drop your phone. It doesn't matter. The NFTs are there, and they're not going to get sun damage. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Looking at a card, this isn't a real PSA 10 because there's a little bit of whitening right there and a tiny bit of edge wear right there. It's probably a 9. They're not going to say that with NFTs because they're all the same. Obviously, serial number, and rarity, taken for granted. This is something where if you have such disruption in this, and again, the longer the base, which has been trading kind of sideways for a little while, the bigger the breakout. And not only that, it's been going down at such a rate, it doesn't make sense. That's why I think the large correction is coming. Hang on one second, everybody. And they also, last night or early this morning, announced classic GM cars from GM any type of cars that they make, and they were old school. They looked good. Now, obviously, they don't have like a 67 Chevy Impala, which would be my favorite. Everyone comment down below if you like Supernatural, or any cars from Need for Speed Underground, or cars from Midnight Club 2, 97 Tubistas. Those are really cool. But any type of car that GM used to make, which is one of the great American brands, you're going to be able to get. I don't know when they're going to drop the NFTs, but you have people buying at such a large rate. And all of these, Cavell Anderson, if you haven't checked him out, he's like where I get a good amount of my breaking news, something that comes out, whether via Twitter or via interview, whatever. He breaks the news. I'll go down and break down the fundamentals of why OMI price is the way it is, that coin, and what it should be. Now, a lot of investors, at first, when I first started looking at this, I was like, there's 750 billion tokens. It's never going to get, huge. It's never going to get to like, maybe 10 cents, $7.5 billion. But I was thinking, no, but then I looked into it. The coins are burned every single transaction. They're going to have to go back and buy from the marketplace from us. And then start thinking like, yeah. And then at some point, I do realize down the road, they're never going to be able to, they're going to have to stop at some point, because some people are you going to wait for it to go to $10 before you sell? I don't know. Maybe I'll sell at $1. Maybe I'll start scaling. I'll start selling maybe at $1, but I won't. And again, there's many people that say it could happen in the next. I mean, if it was $1 per coin right now, and let's say there's, we burned through 3.6 billion already, and you have like 94 billion coins that can't be mined yet because of a calculation error, and let's say let's say to make it easy, 650 billion coins out there. Then the market cap would be $650 billion. That's a lot. that's a whole lot. I don't see that yet. I don't think I would see that. I don't want to say ever, because again, it's a disruptive industry. But again, just going down the line, I would say that if it's 10 cents right now, and that's 650 billion coins, okay, it's $6.5 billion. That's what, yeah. I would 100% be okay with that. I'm sorry, that's $65 billion. $65 billion, that's still a lot. Maybe it's not that yet. But half of that, let's say $30 billion. Yeah, I would agree with that, with all the licensing that it has. And again, that's the potential. If it, I don't think it would be publicly traded anytime soon. But yeah, I don't say so. At 5 cents right now, that would be about $32 billion market cap. And I don't see that as a big deal because of the licensing that it has. Someone just spent 27,000 gems on that trans pony the other day, Donnie from Powerpuff Girls. Okay, all right. And that's one thing that's not even nostalgic. That's something that happened in the reboot. You get some nostalgia stuff going there. Again, I haven't taken a good look at the marketplace. I might do some sales data on this. Like, okay, Batman usually sells for this at this price, and Harley Quinn selling for this, but Common and Ultra, I might do that. But at this point, this is stupid undervalued, in my opinion. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is stupid cheap. The fact that I'm able to get this right now for under a penny, when, a penny, the market cap would be about $6.5 billion, which is nothing. This will be a $1 trillion industry, just NFTs in general, if it's not already. Again, $1 trillion industry, and these guys are going to be first to market with what they're doing as far as NFTs goes. At least on this level. Again, you do have NBA Top Shot, which is a thing. But I'm just looking at the numbers where, all right, one increases 16, almost 17x, and another doesn't even triple. If the users go up 17x, the OMI price does not even triple. And since announcing Hello Kitty and GM, it goes even down even further, which again doesn't make sense. So I think that a huge correction is coming. You might see 0.008 by the end of the week, maybe, because Bitcoin went from like 47,000 to like 54,000 this morning. So I think a big correction is coming as well. And again, more people getting in. What happens not only when the OMI price catches up to the user growth, but 250,000 users is nothing. What happens when in 2 months this 16x's again, and then you have 4 million users? Maybe this 4x's. Again, I think it should 10x, but maybe it 4x's, and then okay, instead of 0.0067 cents, maybe it's 2.5 cents, 2.5 cents at that time. Again, that's going pretty conservative, because if something's growing 16x and the thing is only less than tripling, I think that's very reasonable to see 2.5 cents by end of June, maybe early July. So again, you heard it here first. And if we continue that trend, and again, 4 million users really isn't a lot compared to like the only thing right now that I think is holding it back. There's a couple of things. OMI is hard to get a hold of, but in a new announcement, new exchanges are coming. Like, they are going to more reputable exchanges. Even though I have had no issue with Bit4X, I know a couple of people said that they've read that other people have. My friend Steve has had no issues with Bit4X. I don't know about Gate.io. I know you can buy it there. I don't know whether it's as secure as Bit4X or not. But other exchanges are coming. They are going to get on different exchanges. I don't know if they're going to be able to get on Binance or Kraken just yet. I don't want them to just yet. I want this price to stay down here so I can buy more. Like I said, I have about a little over 3 million coins, and I want to get more. I'm hoping it stays down here until I could sell my big prize card from Pokemon and just put 50 to 100,000 in this, and then just call it a day and be done, and then just let it ride. But that's what I'm doing. And if anybody sees any type of new news out, Cavell Anderson usually breaks that down. And again, I'll go over the fundamentals. I'll go over everything with it. But if we're continuing this trend at 2.5 cents by let's say June or July, I still say that fits perfectly in line with 10 cents by the end of the year. Because as it gets on more exchanges, as it gets on, and again, we're on no exchanges right now, just on Bit4X and Gate.io, maybe a couple of other really small ones. And some people's like, oh, Bit4X, Chinese company, I don't really trust that. Okay, fair point, but are you going to miss out on this giant thing that you could... God, this could be incredible. And again, $1 I see at some point, just a few years from now. But again, it depends how big it grows. 4 million users is a good amount, a good large amount, but at the same time, you have Pokemon Pokemon Go by itself generating $1 billion a year just from Pokemon Go in-app purchases, which is bananas. If that happens here, you're looking at the OMI burn is going to be ridiculous. That is, let's say 100. What's 100 in a billion? Okay, that's 100 billion coins. That is greater than 10%. That's like 15% of the available that's 15% of the available total coins in general. If we have $1 billion in-app purchases with gems and all that, which is that's not that hard to fathom, and the price when that happens is just going to go through the roof. So this, I haven't seen this gone viral yet on like TikTok. I haven't seen it gone viral yet on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. It's recent and it's growing, which is good. We need this slow growth pace. We don't want it to spike, because then if this suddenly has 10 million users by tomorrow, I don't think the servers can handle it. I know they just got out of beta phase and they should be good now, but I don't think they'll be able to handle it. I haven't seen Veve advertise, which is good, because again, you don't want 10 million users by tomorrow. It'd be great for some people like me, and they're like, oh, it goes to $1 tomorrow. Okay, I have $3 million. But you don't want that, just because you don't want too much growth at one time. We saw this with Earth 2. In order to get that slow growth, and now I can't buy things, and people are mad at the company because the app is down or whatever. So you don't want that. What this is doing is good, and that might be one of my worries, is to see too much growth too quickly. But this is exactly what you want. Nice, slow growth. We will see a big correction, I believe, just because of the fact that it hasn't caught up with the rate of users. I don't know if it will ever, because this will probably increase at an exponential rate. I don't know how many people have been doing videos on this, but I know Cavell Anderson, I know Earth 2 Mastery, I know myself is going to be starting doing these. I've had lots of subscribers that aren't Earth 2 related, specifically to the OMI coin. And again, I know this video is getting long. I don't go too much on it, but 10 cents by the end of the year I think is very, very doable. But if this goes to 4 or 10 million users, I see this going to maybe 12 or 15 cents by the end of the year. And that's just based on the stuff like NFL drops, all these NFT drops. That's not including if we get put on like a Binance or a Kraken. Or I know other exchanges are coming, but if that happens, yeah, 12 to 15 cents. Just because of the hype and the amount of coins that we're burning, I see this to the moon. Anyway, guys, I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow.